Sometimes you give a kid an instruction, like go get ready for bed. And even though they've done it 1,000 times, they don't quite understand that instruction. Well, that's called challenges in executive functioning skills. What a behavior therapist will do is they will take that project, that job, whatever it is, and break it out into smaller tasks. They call it task analysis. So for example, get ready for bed can be broken out into brush your teeth, put on your pajamas, use the toilet, turn the lights off. Or for a kid with more executive functioning challenges that needs a little bit more assistance, it's not brush your teeth. It could be put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, now we brush our teeth, then we rinse our mouth, and we'll break it out into as many tasks as they need until they can do it independently. So that's really the goal of our visual schedules. How do we help kids be more independent so that parents don't have to nag and the kids can feel more confident and learn these skills? There's an entire body of research that shows better visuals make for better visual schedules. So we started with just photographs. You could take a photo in the Care Team app, that's the app that parents use, and include it in the visual schedule that your kid uses. Then we added videos, and now we also have audio prompts. So you can also record a message and say something like, hey, don't forget to flush the toilet. Now your child would understand, what is this instruction? What's the task I'm supposed to do? But timing and sequencing becomes challenging as well. So we start by giving them a visual timer for every single activity. If they're non-numeric, meaning they don't understand numbers yet, they just see the countdown timer, and we give them some gentle knocks along the way so that they know it's time to move on to the next activity. We want to give kids as much control as possible, so they see a progress bar at the bottom, they see where they've gone visually, and we give them controls like the ability to skip something and do it later. So maybe I want to use the toilet before I brush my teeth instead of the other way around. So we give kids a lot of control that you can manage in the Care Team app. We don't want your kids to become dependent on goalie. Over time, we want them to learn these skills, and we want for you to fade back the amount of support that you're providing. Once a kid has gotten really good at implementing a visual schedule, we want to start reducing the amount of supports that we give. So the next step would be we change that to a checklist. Now the checklist has one visual for the whole checklist instead of a visual for every single activity, and it has one timer for the entire routine opposed to every single activity. So we're still giving them support, but not as much support as we used to. And once they've mastered the checklist, we can then set it up so that it's just a notification. We just want to give them a reminder. Hey, it's time to go to bed. And really, that's what all of us need. That's what I use Google Calendar for, right? So we use assistive technologies in our lives. Why not make assistive technologies that work for younger kids as well? Now, we know that kids need rewards to nudge them along a little bit. And so throughout Goalie's visual scheduler, kids win points for long-term stimulus. They win puzzle pieces for short-term stimulus. We're encouraging them along the way. We give parents a lot of control over how that works. That whole system is what therapists call a token economy. That's where you win rewards that you can redeem for things in real life. We have a separate rewards app where that's all managed by parents, and kids can actually use those tokens in other apps as well. One of the great things about visual schedules is they're a really nice way to carry things from session with professionals, with teachers or therapists, to home where you might be doing things one-on-one with your kid. So you can create these visual schedules with a pro to see what are they doing in session, and then transfer that skill when the pro isn't there. Now, when you're in the weeds of doing the business of parenting, it's hard to also see progress. So we capture some data on the same routines that you're doing over and over in the visual scheduler, and we're working on exposing more of that data to the entire care team. Think of Goalie's visual scheduler as kind of the Cadillac of visual schedulers. We've got lots and lots of functionality, but you really don't have to be this fancy. You can just print visual supports. You can print visual schedules onto a piece of paper, and we made a free tool on our website. Just go to resources and you can generate any kind of PDF and we'll send you an email with it. There's a lot of science around visual schedules and who they support. Just realize that this is something you probably already use in your day-to-day life, whether it be a calendar or some kind of planner. And what we're trying to do is make that a functional tool for kids, regardless of whatever challenges they're dealing with. Some severe, some not severe, some just need to stay a little more on task. In our line of work, we talk to a lot of professionals. We ask them, what are the challenges of skill acquisition among the kids you're working with? Often we'll hear challenges around co-parenting. Mom's doing one thing, dad's doing another thing because they live in separate homes. Or grandparents come over for a weekend and the whole routine is broken and we've taken some steps backwards. Now, how do we fix that? Using Goalie's visual schedules, everybody's using the same visuals, the same activities, the same rewards, the same timers, everything's structured in the same way. And when you get a Goalie, you can use up to 4 different devices. So you can have Goalie at grandma's, you can have Goalie at school, and you can have Goalie at home. We try to make it as easy as possible to transfer successful strategies among the whole care team. We're working on a lot of interesting products at Goalie, but one of the things that's most core to what we're doing is skill acquisition. So with the release of our TV app in the Goalmind channel, we're going to be tying skill acquisition in video models, in those courses that use a protocol called behavior skills training, back to templates of visual schedules that are available to you in the care team app. So your kids can watch someone else do it, they can rehearse with them, and then you can implement that schedule for them at home.